Hi yogis, welcome to another chair yoga practice. This one is going to be a little more advanced than the last one. So if you scroll down, you'll find our first chair yoga practice, a little bit of a beginner sort of practice getting into the postures and learning how to maybe do a little bit of a forward fold and a little bit of a twist and a little bit of balance. So if you'd like to try that one out first, feel free. This one, I'm going to take you a little deeper into some of the more familiar yoga postures that you see, standing postures, but using our chair. So it'll be really interesting. If you didn't try the practice before, just making sure we have a really sturdy chair. I've chosen this foldable chair because they have a really good angle to them for the most part. This one has a bit of an angle at the back, so I've just placed a blanket to help myself sit more upright. So if you need a little softening, and making sure we're really able to lean on the chair and use the chair as our prop. So we'll be leaning from side to side using the edge of the chair and the back of the chair. So just keep that in mind, making sure also that when we're seated all the way back to the chair and are able to feel comfortable with our spine supported, we have both our feet planted on the ground in equal pressure and our knees over the ankles, so we feel a nice good angle, a nice good safe seat to sit, a comfortable seat. Also, making sure we can sit near the edge of the seat and again bring those ankles underneath the knees so we can sit nice and tall. So let's take a moment in our chair. Let's sit back so that our low back is supported. If you do need to add a little bit of cushioning for you to pull yourself forward, feel free. Let's make sure that our feet are planted, maybe hip width apart, and making sure the ankles are underneath the knees. Just letting ourselves sort of lean back and be supported. Letting the hands rest maybe in our laps or on our thighs, wherever feels best for you. Releasing the shoulders down the back. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears as well. And just starting to take our breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Just gentle inhales, gentle exhales. Bringing yourself into your practice. Giving yourself a chance to let go of everything else and everyone else just for this time for you. And let's focus the breath through the upper chest, filling up the rib cage from the sides and the back body, the front and the heart space. Inhale through the nose, lifting that torso nice and high, feeling a little bit taller, reaching the ribs away from our hips. And then as you exhale, see if you can just tug the belly in toward yourself gently to still feel nice and tall, but also feel some engagement in our core muscles. And inhale through the upper chest and all the way around. And exhale to tug that belly in toward you and maybe kind of imagining a scooping of the belly into the bottom of the rib cage. Eyes open or closed, it's up to you. And maybe as we take these breaths, imagining ourselves really tall, imagining our rib cage widening from the sides, feeling the shoulders release and relax. The shoulder blades slip down the back of the body. The neck feels maybe a little longer. Maybe we feel a little bit of letting go at the base of the neck through the collarbone. And just one or two more breaths here at your own pace. Planting, rooting through our feet. Growing through the rib cage, feeling really tall in our upper body, buoyant, and feeling grounded and rooted through our sit bones and the chair legs and our feet and our own heels. And eyes open or closed, take your next inhale, bring the arms up above your head, a big sun breath, kissing the palms together. Exhale toward the center of the heart. In the heart space, inhale, reaching up again. Reach those fingertips up nice and high. Exhale, pull the belly in and draw the palms down to heart space. Let's do it again. Inhale through the upper chest, lift the rib cage with those fingertips. And exhale, release down. Wonderful. Hands toward the center of the chest. See if we can step our feet a little bit wider, maybe an inch or so wider. Inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale to hinge through the hips, reach the ribs forward, send the tail back, and reach the arms forward on an angle. So maybe the biceps are in line with our ears. We can sort of poke our tail out or bend our tail out backwards, sticking our bums outward behind ourselves, and lifting our heart center forward. So inhale through the rib cage. Exhale, pulling the belly in toward yourself. Maybe stick the bum out a little bit more. Reach with the heart forward a little bit more. Beautiful. Inhale, reaching up with those fingers, straightening our spine. Exhale, hands through the center of the chest. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach those arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, send the heart forward, send the tail back. Hinge through the hips. Beautiful. Reaching forward, or hands to heart center if that feels more comfortable for you. Next, inhale, reaching back up, and exhale, hands back into the center of the chest. Wonderful. Taking those feet back into hip width apart, and then we're just going to simply cross our right ankle over our left thigh. So maybe you'd like to reach down, hold onto the leg, and sort of fashion it for yourself if you needed to do that for yourself. Maybe you have the muscle power to put your leg right back up. So flexing through the right heel so it flattens out the ankle a little bit and it feels just a little more comfortable on top of the left thigh. And seeing if we can feel that really tallness in the spine, but also kind of opening up the right hip too. So maybe placing the hands on the hip creases and noticing that rotation in the right hip side, in that hip bone, that upper portion of the leg. Inhale to lift through that upper chest. Exhale to bring that belly in toward yourself and feel really tall here. Wonderful. Let's take our arms up on our inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms still frame our ears as we hinge our hips forward and just fold forward as much as your body allows you to, just feeling a really good stretch on the outside of the right hip. A little bit more rotation as we lean forward, you might feel. Still flexing through the right heel so that we may open up that hip a little more and we'll protect our left thigh a little bit too. One more nice good inhale and exhale here. Hands at heart center if that feels more comfortable. Inhale to reach those hands up. Exhale, bringing them back into the center of the chest. Wonderful. Take another inhale, reach up. And as we exhale, we'll pivot our torso toward the right side, opening the arms up to shoulder height, maybe cactus shape. So maybe bending at the elbows, opening up the chest. If it feels more comfortable to place the left hand on the outside of the right thigh, feel free. And then maybe extending the left or the right arm behind yourself. Nice and long, opening up, reaching through the center of the chest with your inhales. Exhale, pull the belly in, twist a little bit deeper, maybe looking in the direction of the right hand. Beautiful. Releasing the hands up toward the center or toward the ceiling on your inhale, and exhale, just pivoting ourselves over to the other side. Just a little counter twist. Maybe we place the right hand on the sole of the right foot and pointing our left fingertips behind ourselves. Beautiful. Taking a great big inhale, reaching with the ribs. Exhale to tuck the belly in and maybe look beyond that shoulder, beyond those fingers. Inhale to reach the arms up toward the center. Exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Wonderful. Let's release the right leg and do the other side. So wiggle yourself around if you need to, shifting on your root, shifting on your sit bones. Finding that left ankle crossed over the right thigh, flexing through the ankle so we flatten it out a little bit so it's a little bit more comfortable. Maybe kind of pressing down through that knee, through that leg so we can feel a little more rotation in the hip, a little more openness in that left hip. We could place our hands on the hips just to feel what's going on. Take a great big inhale through the upper chest. And exhale, tucking the belly in, softening the shoulders, and just noticing. Inhale, reach the arms up, framing our ears. Exhale, hinging just from the hips, sending the heart forward, hinging as much as your hinges allow you to. Taking a great big inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe we find a little softening. Maybe it's just a millimeter. Maybe it's a whole bunch of space. Next, inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale to the center of the chest. Wonderful. Let's go for a twist. Inhale, arms up. We'll twist toward the left knee. Open up the arms to shoulder height, maybe cactus shape, depending on the space we have. Or placing the right hand on the outside of the left thigh, reaching the left arm behind yourself. So inhale through that upper chest. Soften through the belly, pull toward you, so you're maybe able to twist a little bit more. And look down toward that left arm. Inhale to reach the arms up and face the front. Exhale, hands toward the center. Inhale to reach the arms up, and we'll twist to the other direction. So it's up to you and how you'd like to support yourself. Maybe arms extended, maybe cactus. Maybe we place the left hand just on the sole of the left foot and reach the right arm behind ourselves. This is for something to hang on to, a little bit of support. Inhale through the center of the chest, through the whole rib cage. And exhale, pulling the belly toward you, maybe looking beyond that right arm behind yourself. Inhale, both arms come up toward the center, and exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Wonderful. Now that we feel a little bit looser, we feel a little bit warmer in the hips and the shoulders, let's just go ahead and roll the shoulders out a couple times, maybe back and forward. Inhale, sun breath, reaching up. Exhale, hands through the center of the chest. Let's take our own seat to the edge of our chair. Kind of to just a nice comfortable space where we feel the edge of the chair, or maybe about halfway down the seat of the chair with our feet planted, heels underneath our knees. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to the center of the chest. Take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hinge yourself forward, send your bum behind yourself, send your heart forward, and see if you can fold yourself in between those legs. Maybe the hands reach the ground. Maybe we're able to tuck the chin down or let the head really hang off the end of the neck. In through the nose and out through the nose. See if we can gain a little bit of space in the back body here. Expanding the breath. Maybe noticing a little bit of the compression in the front of the body as we're folded over. And see if we can send some breath into the very low portions of our back. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up onto our fingertips. Flatten out our back a little bit into a half lift. Send the bum behind yourself, the ribs forward. Exhale, tuck the belly in and fold yourself again. Come back down, let the head hang off the end of the neck again. Maybe shaking the head, no, no, no. And yes, yes, yes. One more breath. Breathe really deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, a half lift. So up on the fingertips, reaching the heart forward. And exhale to fold deeply. Inhale, arms reach up, press into the feet, equal amount so you can reach all the way up to the ceiling, and exhale, hands toward the center of the chest. Beautiful. Inhale to reach the arms up again, and exhale to the center of the chest. Let's take those feet a little bit wider. So let's see if maybe the front corners of the chair, maybe we're able to point our knees in that direction and our toes in the same direction of the knees. So fashioning ourselves into sort of a goddess shape. But if you're able to, and your chair is secure enough and heavy enough to hold you, let's get our sit bones right to the edge of the chair where we feel comfortable enough we're not falling off, but we still have the support of the chair. And maybe point the toes out a little bit more, opening up the pelvis, opening up the insides of the legs as much as you're able to. And if you're on a mat underneath the chair, maybe you're able to get a little grip through the feet, grip down at the feet and kind of push them away a little bit so that you're able to send the bum a little bit more behind you and sending the pelvis a little more tilted forward. So just kind of pressing down and away from the feet. So let's feel ourselves out here. Bring the shoulders over the hips, so maybe we lean a little bit more back in this shape because we're supported by our chair. So let's just take a moment here to feel the energy as we push down at the feet and push them away from each other. Feel the gripping here, feel a lot of energy through our legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Wonderful. Inhale, reach up again, and exhale to the center of the chest. Let's open up the arms in our true goddess. So our palms face a little bit up toward the ceiling, bent at the elbows. Let our shoulders fall down here. And just take a moment to breathe. Opening up the legs as much as we're able to. Maybe we feel a little bit of shaking muscle, perhaps. A little bit of waking up. Beautiful. Reaching our arms out to shoulder height. Let's inhale to reach those fingers as far away. And then exhale, we'll tilt ourselves over to one side. Keep equal balance in our sit bones. So if you notice you're leaning more over to the left side of your seat, let's pull it back a little bit. Let's just see if we can lean as much as we're able to, pushing back toward that right sit bone. So let's push maybe into the left foot so that we can push and have an equal balance in our sit bone, reaching our right arm up, our left arm down. Inhale to bring the arms to shoulder height. And exhale to tilt ourselves over toward the other side. Again, maybe we push into the right foot a little bit more so that we can kind of feel a little more grounded in our left hip bone. Reaching up with the left hand, down with the right. Let's just do 2 more. So inhale through the center. Exhale over to the left. Push through the left foot. Inhale through the center, and exhale to the right. Push through that left foot, right foot, with the right foot so we can feel the left hip bone. Inhale, reach up. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hands. And we'll fashion ourselves a little bit differently here. So finding the left corner of our chair, we're in a really good position if we bring our tail really close to the edge of the front of the chair. So what I'm going to do here is turn the right knee down toward the ground, grip through the ball of the foot of the right foot, and turn our torso toward the left thigh. So you may just need to slide the hip back slightly. So what happens is the right leg is right in front of the edge of the chair, and our left foot and our left thigh are more inward toward the chair. So let's push through the ball of the right foot and make sure that our left knee is over top of our left ankle. So just pushing back here and then pushing forward through the front foot so that we can kind of peel our belly back away from the front thigh. And give yourself as much support as you need to. So you can come down on the chair, you can bend the back knee as much as you need to, but just notice how you feel supported here and you're able to maybe extend the back leg and feel a little more stretch through the legs. So let's just take a breath here, kind of situating ourselves, getting used to this shape and using the edge of our chair. Inhale, reach the arms up. And just feel it out in your nice high lunge here. Relax the shoulders, knit the rib cage in toward you. So if we feel like we're going into a back bend, let's bring our shoulders over hips, reach the rib cage up with the fingertips. Another breath, inhale to reach. We're gonna exhale to warrior 2. So we're open up our chest to the side of our mat, plant the back foot with the toes pointing out, opening up the front body, opening up the chest and the pelvis. We'll look beyond our left set of fingers. So opening up the right shoulder as much as you're able to. Pushing into the ground, pushing the feet away, letting the shoulders relax. Inhale to lift the rib cage. Exhale to pull the belly in. Inhale to reverse your warrior. So dip the right arm down and the left arm reaches up toward the sky. Allow yourself to open up that left side body as much as you like to. Let's spend a couple breaths here. So just enjoying the support so we can focus on some different portions of the body while supporting others. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale back to warrior 2. And exhale to extended angle. So we can do that posture here too. Placing the front forearm on top of the front thigh, reaching the right arm up alongside the ear. Point the pinky toward the ground, thumb reaching toward the sky, and then push that right foot away from you. Reach the right arm toward you. Let's stay for 2 and really feel this opening here in the side waist. In through the nose, out through the nose. Let's do a little flow here. So inhale back to our reverse warrior, reaching that left arm up. Exhale to our extended angle. If you're really flexible here, maybe you find you can reach the left fingertips down and reach the right arm up. Inhale back to your reverse warrior. Exhale, extended angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, extended angle. If we found we could reach the ground, maybe we can frame our front foot, come up on the ball of the foot of the right foot, and still feel that support underneath our left thigh, finding our fingertips on the ground or to blocks, and finding ourselves in kind of a lower lunge. Wonderful. Pushing through the front foot, reach the arms up into your high lunge, and exhale, hands toward the center of the chest. One more little flow here. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Let's twist away from our knee, opening up the arms, shoulder height, maybe cactus shape. Inhale through the upper chest. Exhale, maybe twist, pull the belly in. Inhale, reach the arms up, come toward the center. And exhale, hands toward the center of the chest. Let's go ahead and anchor that right foot back down. Come back to our wide-legged seat, our goddess shape. Come back to the edge of the seat. Bringing those shoulders over top of our hips, maybe pushing the ground away from you with those feet or away from each other with the grip of the mat. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale to the center of the chest. Let's turn ourselves over to the other side. So we're going to go ahead and start to drop the left knee down. Allow it to turn your body toward the right. Find the ball of the foot of the left foot this time. And kind of just sliding our right thigh in a little bit more to the chair if you'd like to. Finding the knee over top of the ankle. So just take another breath or so to find yourself situated in this position. Maybe you find a bend in the back knee is useful for you. So you decide what feels best for your body here, kind of pushing the ground away from ourselves in the front foot so that we can bring our belly away from our front thigh. So it's always optional to have that bent back knee if that feels best for you, and just gripping through the ball of the foot. So we'll try it like that on this side if you'd like to. Bring our arms up, big reach into our high lunge. Maybe we extend the back leg, knitting the rib cage in, pushing the ground away from you with the front foot, reaching the fingertips up high. Beautiful. Exhale, hands toward the center of the chest. Let's just do one flow here. Inhale, reaching up. And as we exhale, turning into warrior two, planting through the back heel, allowing our chest and our pelvis to start to point toward the front of the chair, arms at shoulder height, opening up the back shoulder so the left shoulder opens up. Beautiful. Resting the shoulders down. Inhale through the upper chest. And exhale, pull the belly in, relax the shoulders. Take one more breath to notice and to feel how wonderful this is with the chair pose. I really love the warrior two with the chair pose. Inhale to reverse, dipping our left arm down, our right arm comes up alongside the ear maybe as we open up our side waist, our rib cage. Taking one more nice, good deep breath here. Beautiful. Exhale back to warrior two. Take a nice breath here. Inhale and exhale to extended angle. So let's place our forearm on top of the front thigh. Reach the left arm alongside the ear, pinky pointing down. And push the left foot away from you and reach the left fingertips toward the front of the mat or in the opposite direction of the toes, really opening up our side waist here. Beautiful, taking enough time to really feel balanced on each side. Maybe one more breath here. And then a flow as we inhale, reverse your warrior, bring that right arm up toward the sky. And exhale into your extended angle, or if we feel flexibility here, we can place the right fingertips on the inside of the right leg or the hand, and maybe bring the arm alongside the ear. Inhale to reverse. And exhale to extend. One more time for each. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And exhale, extend the angle. Reach with the left set of fingertips, open up the side waist, and inhale back to warrior two. Beautiful, take a breath here. Let's guide ourselves with our back hand so our left arm comes forward. Let's come on to the ball of the foot of the left foot, turning ourselves to the right. And snuggle your right thigh on that chair as much as you need to, coming up on the fingertips into your lower lunge. And a breath here just to feel that support and to notice where we can stretch and where we can kind of focus and give a little compassion to in our body. Inhale, press through the front foot, reach the arms up into your high lunge. And then exhale, open up into a twist toward the knee, opening up the arms to shoulder height or cactus shape. Inhale through the upper chest. Exhale, pull the belly in, twist a little more. And then inhale, reaching up toward the ceiling with those hands. Exhale toward the center of the chest. Wonderful. Let's turn ourselves back toward the front of our chair. Coming back into our goddess legs. One big inhale, big sun breath. And exhale toward the center of the chest. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and bring those knees closer toward one another. Bring our hips back onto the chair. If it feels nicer to scoot backward on the chair to have a little more support on your thighs and your bum, feel free to do that. Just going to go ahead and cross the right thigh over the left. Making sure the hip stays square, so we'll find that the right knee will point over toward the left, and that's kind of what we want. So we want our hips to stay square and that left foot to stay where it was, and just crossing the right thigh over the left. Arms come up with you. Big inhale, exhale toward the center of the chest. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to twist over toward the right side. So open up the arms if you'd like to, maybe draping the back arm over or tucking it toward the back of the chair and just placing that left arm on the side of our right thigh, dropping the right shoulder if we can to feel whatever sort of intensity of our twist we need to feel here. We can release the back arm if you'd like to, reaching and pointing that right arm behind ourselves. If you have portions of the chair you can hold on to enhance the twist, as long as we can feel nice and tall in our spine, feel free to find that modification. Beautiful. It's coming back to the center, just relaxing the arms. Uncrossing, crossing our left thigh over our right. Again, making sure that our right toes are pointed forward and we're sort of pointing our left knee on the angle toward the right so that our hips are square-ish. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, twist on over toward the left side. Finding a twist that works for you. So maybe dropping the right hand to the chair, maybe placing it on the outside of the left thigh. Maybe reaching or holding onto the back of the chair with the left hand, or reaching behind ourselves like we did before in our twist. And if you'd like to intensify or modify, as long as we can inhale to keep that rib cage growing away from the hips, and exhale to tuck our belly in, we can hold on to whatever we like on the chair. Beautiful. Inhale to come back toward the center. Just relax the arms down, uncross the legs, and maybe pat yourself out a little bit in those thighs if you need to. Wonderful. Let's sit back to the edge of the chair with the ankles underneath the knees, then stepping them a little bit wider so we can try a little bit of forward fold flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge, send the heart forward, all the way down into forward fold in between the legs. Inhale, a half lift, so up on the fingertips, reaching the heart forward. Exhale to pull the belly in and fold yourself again. Release the head and the neck and the shoulders. And stay here for 2 breaths. Noticing that gentle tug through the spine, the heaviness of the head hanging off of the neck tugging on the shoulders reaching down. The inhales opening up those shoulder blades, and the exhales softening them back toward one another. Next inhale, a half lift, reach the heart forward, come up on the fingertips. Exhale, really pull that belly in toward you. See if you can hinge a little bit more between those legs. Release as much as you can. On your next inhale, reach the arms forward and all the way up, press into the feet. Arms all the way toward the ceiling, and exhale to the center of the chest. Beautiful. Sit ourselves back onto our chair. If we prefer to lay down for Shavasana, feel free to do that if that's accessible to you. If it feels interesting, or it might be interesting to try a seated meditation or a seated Shavasana, let's try that. So again, just finding support for the low back. So if you find maybe you need to fold your blanket or find a pillow for you and have it just still be a little softer, then feel free to change that for yourself. Maybe you have quite a large chair and you can cross-legged, and maybe that feels comfortable like I did in the beginning. Otherwise, it feels quite lovely to have all the parts of your feet touching the ground. It's very different from our laying down shape in Shavasana. So let's close our eyes here. Make sure that we feel support through the low back, that we can feel our sit bones grounded and rooted in some way. You feel all four corners of the feet, the sides of the heels, the ridges of the feet, the balls of the feet and the toes. Start to feel our hips really grounding down, really rooting, and especially if we're in our chair, the gravity is being taken up a little bit, so we're rooting already through those chair legs. Feeling a little softer and a little more floaty in our upper body, a little more buoyant. The shoulders over the hips. The shoulders sit so comfortably on top of the rib cage. And we find that there's space between the rib cage and the hips now. Maybe the seat just feels a little more comfortable to sit in, a little softer. There's still effort here, but there's a softness as well. And the ears over shoulders, the neck relaxes, the base of the neck opens and relaxes. The forehead smooths out, the jaw releases. And gently breathing in through the nose and out through the nose in our own natural rhythm. The natural magic of our rhythm. Listening to the body and the breath. And just enjoying a few moments here with yourself. In your own space, in your own breath. And I promise I'll bring you back when it's time to come back. Staying exactly where we are, taking little notes in the body, little references for next practice. And put those notes away and celebrate the body. Notice those wonderful unraveled spots in the body, those unfoldings, those softnesses, that strength that's stored in the body. Let's feel that warrior pose resonate in every cell, feeling strong and soft. Finding that growth of wisdom in the body. And I invite you to place one of your hands on your heart space and one on your belly space. And take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth this time. My heart is at ease knowing what's meant for me will not pass me by, and what passes me by was not meant for me. Let's inhale, reach our arms up toward the sky. Big sun breath, eyes open or closed. Exhale, bring those hands into that heart space once again. Take a moment to feel your practice, to maybe smile a little bit about your practice. Thank yourself. Namaste.